Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Hey, happy Sunday. It's messages from Divine Feminine. Hello out there in YouTube land. Happy Sunday. We're going to get a reading on the twin flame Divine Feminine energy for the week of October 24th. Halloween just around the corner. Such a fun holiday. Such a fancy and fun holiday. If you're new here, a little bit about me. I am what you call a divine feminine twin flame, and my twin flame, who is a woman, is what you call divine masculine. So I guess that just goes to show that the whole thing is in fact based on gender. And we can trust everything that the internet says about anything at all. So it's true. Everything you read about twin flames online is absolutely true. Reading is believing. Believe everything you see on TV and on the internet. Thank you. My work here is done. Yeah, not exactly. You can tell I'm being facetious. Now, nobody, I think, let me restate that. Not everybody is trying to intentionally do anything wrong on the internet. There's a few, right? And generally speaking, those people are going to be larger, let's say, organizations, right? And I think you know what I mean by that. But generally speaking, it's just somebody with an opinion typing on a keyboard. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody's just trying to figure out, like, what the hell is going on? You met this person and it was this ridiculous thing that happened to you. I mean, it was great at first, but then it sent you into a tailspin. And now you're desperately watching tarot readings on YouTube, trying to figure out what to do. So, I'm just another voice in the wilderness, I guess. You don't know who I am. You don't know why I'm any different from other people or why maybe you should listen to me or not, right? Why should you listen to me? I don't know. Well, I would say look at the things that I say and the way I teach, which is so much different than the way everybody else teaches about twin flames. Okay, so that's the first thing. But if that's not enough, and it should be, but if that's not enough, I guess you could just look at who I am and what I've done, like my track record. Okay, I'm the world's leading twin flame coach. What gives me the right to say that? Well, I've coached over 4,000 people, and that number is always increasing quickly. I've caused more unions than any other twin flame teacher on earth. My twin flame, of course, permanently in my life. So, those are some good credentials right there. Now, what is it that I say that makes me so different? Because that's what I think counts, right? I think I should be looked at, judged, or whatever the word is that you would like to use, based on my merit. Okay, so what is that? What is it exactly that I teach? Well, let's see. This is a very back to basics approach. The two main things are you and your twin flame are the same soul. That's the one thing that everybody, even on the internet, gets right. So that's cool. Twin flames are one soul in two bodies. Also, you are body, mind, soul. Now, going deeper than that, okay, what is the soul and the mind? The body we're pretty clear about. But what is the soul and what is the mind? Well, the mind, I suppose, is a identity, right? The personality, the ego, as they call it. It's where we humans have always derived our very sense of self from, right? And the soul, which remember is your twin flame, You are the same soul. Your soul is consciousness. It is the awareness itself. And you can actually be aware of thoughts. And we've all done that. We've all done that. We've all said, why am I thinking or feeling, right? Emotions too. Why am I thinking or feeling these things? So we've all done that. We're all capable of being aware that we are aware. But what is the awareness? And this is actually a question that even science is trying to study. What is consciousness? And they can never quite pin it down. They're always trying to tell us that it's a product of electrical activity in the brain, but they don't have any evidence. When you ask them to produce the actual raw, empirical, hard as nails, the actual substance, what is the proof you have? What specific things have you shown in experiments in a laboratory setting that show that consciousness is a product of electrical activity in the brain? And that's the point in the conversation where they go, well, we haven't quite actually proven it, but it's gotta be. We just know that's what it is. It's gotta be, okay? Right, okay, guys. You guys, consciousness came before the body. Consciousness was the prime mover. Consciousness is the soul. Now, how does this help you with your twin flame? Well, you too are the same consciousness. You have to let go of identification with the ego personality and instead align with the consciousness of the true self, which is the soul. And remember, your soul is your twin flame. Now, when you do that, guess what? That's when they come screaming back into your life to stay for good. It happened to me. It happens to all my students. And I've come up with a system to teach that to people. And over and over and over again, that keeps happening. Oh my goodness, guys. What a beautiful card to have at the bottom of the deck. The star. For you, my divine feminine friend, the star. Now, the star, interestingly, speaks of gracefully embracing the spiritual awakening, right? It's what happens after the waking up process, which can be very painful and commonly is, right? So it's interesting. It's card number 17, the star, right? Card number 16 is the tower. And I'm sure all of you watching know by now what the tower is. It's a big shakeup. But the star is the rebirth after that initial shakeup, right? A star is born, I suppose you could say. So guess what, Divine Feminine? Congratulations. Give yourself a hand. Give yourself a pat on the back. This is working for you. Now remember, in case you missed the intro, remember this is your spiritual awakening, and this is always what I'm going to point out to you on this channel. And I even boil it down to an exact science. This is about consciousness. That's your twin flame, guys. And by the way, when you increase your consciousness, not the ego, not the personality, not the thought-based and emotional-based sense of self, but the true self, the consciousness, that's when your twin flame actually comes back into your life as a byproduct, okay? And that happened to me. My twin flame is permanently in my life. And I mean, look at this right off the bat. Bingo. Guys, the Hierophant. This is what I'm trying to tell you, okay? This is, I mean, the initial awakening, I suppose you could say, was done for you. That's what this Hierophant card is trying to say. That's what it's trying to tell you. But that's not exactly how it works. Keep watching. That'll make more sense to you. Now, towards your 3D life situation, so-called karmic situation, Divine Feminine, recent past, the Sun in reverse next to the Ace of Cups. So even when things looked awry, when things looked not as they should be, things are upside down, not necessarily good or bad, just not the way I want them. I mean, maybe they were bad, you can say that, but that's just a perception. You, nonetheless, had this unshakable faith that good was going to come out of this. And at first, you thought it had everything to do with the person. And yes, again, that is a byproduct. They do come back when you embrace your ascension, getting out of the ego and increasing your consciousness, which is the soul, which is your twin flame, which, by the way, makes this nothing more than traditional Zen spiritualism. Nothing more. Real, authentic spiritualism, the true spiritual journey, not the hokey healing stuff and fixing your childhood traumas and things like this, not the pop culture spiritual message. And I'm not saying doing those things are bad, but here's the thing. You can't even do those things unless you increase your consciousness first. So you have to embrace the true spiritual journey first for those things to work for you. And speaking of which, here we go. King of Cups, 10 of Pentacles towards your so-called divine masculine twin flame, the opposite polarity, right? You push, they pull. So the harder that you approach this through the mind, mentally, emotionally, metaphysically, the more that you focus on the physical person, the harder they run. You push, they pull. That's how this works. It's like yin yang. Okay, and that's what the gender labels are trying to point you at. It's not really gender. There's an underlying concept, right? And this is another thing that you'll see in traditional Zen spiritualism, the Tao, Buddhism, even Jesus, who has been oft misinterpreted and misquoted again and again in Western civilization. But this is what they were trying to tell you, and that's exactly what these cards are saying. This energy is you, okay? That's who you really are. And all of your wildest dreams come true when you embrace that energy. Not the ego, not the person, but the consciousness underneath that yin-yang, okay? There's a B, the letter B, and then there's something other than B, not B. But it's through not B that we find A, which is all. Does that make sense? It's called dichotomy, and that's exactly what your twin flame is trying to show you. Guys, these are deep, ancient spiritual concepts. That's why I'm the world's leading twin flame coach. And not to toot my own horn, but again, there's a lot of people out there on the internet trying to tell you what to do, and I'm over here going, it's really simple, guys. Look over here. I'm sticking my hand up in the air going, listen to me. And you don't have to listen to me. But the point is, guys, I know you're in a lot of pain. I know you're looking for answers, and I'm here to help you. Now look at this. 5 of Pentacles at the center of the reading. This is exactly what I was just talking about. Okay, this is the yin, all right? This is the yin. This is the illusion of suffering. Again, Buddha, Jesus, etc., right? Traditional Zen spiritualism. This is the lesson, in quotation marks. I don't really like that word, but it'll do for now. This is the lesson that you are trying to learn. And it's really what it is you're trying to remember who you really are, Divine Feminine. Suffering is something that the ego is up to, the mind, the personality, the identity entity. The ego is where you have always derived your very sense of self from, just like everybody else on earth. Your soul came in the form of another physical person, your twin flame, to awaken you, to shake you out of your unconscious slumber, living through the ego personality, so that you could increase your consciousness, which is your soul. Guys, your twin flame is just another incarnation of your soul. That's all they are, guys. Okay, so current cycle towards your 3D situation, Divine Feminine, the world in reverse, next to strength, right? So again, things seemingly being turned on their head, and you're over here just really holding it together. Like, how can I get through this day to day to day? And you got to keep doing that, right? But here, I'll make this easy for you so that you can keep going and make it even more effective. You are not your mind, guys. You are not the ego. You are not the personality. You are the awareness behind the thought, behind the emotion. Okay? And the more that you align energetically with that awareness, the easier things get for you emotionally and mentally. And oh, yeah, your twin flame, they won't leave you alone, guys. If they have you blocked, they'll freaking unblock you. It happened to me, it happens to all my students. Guys, this is real, okay? This person is another incarnation of you. You are one being, okay? That's what this is. Look at this. Okay, so towards divine masculine specifically, divine feminine, the 5 of swords in reverse and the 7 of wands. Exactly. So not getting sucked back into the conflict with them. Ding, 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 bingo. Ding, 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 bingo. Exactly. Not getting sucked back in to the conflict with them. Why? Because that's ego. And there's something deep inside of you that's telling you, I just know I have to do that. Now, specifically, increase your consciousness, divine feminine. I mean, there's a lot of spiritual people on the internet. They're going to tell you how to stay out of ego and how to fix those things. But what I'm telling you is, okay, that's all fine and well, but you have to increase the consciousness, guys. You don't need to fix the mind. You don't need to fix the ego. I mean, you can. And actually, what's interesting is you may find the urge to do that later, but just slow down and start with the soul. Start with increasing your consciousness first. Take this a step at a time. And when you do, all kinds of miracles are going to unfold. Your twin flame is going to start talking to you again. It's unbelievable the things that you'll experience when you slow down and take that first step. And that is exactly what makes me different from all the other twin flame coaches on the internet, is I'm telling you the same thing that Eckhart Tolle is telling you. This is your soul's journey. You don't have to do anything about the physical person. You have to have a single conversation with them. You don't have to send them healing energy. As a matter of fact, I don't recommend doing that because that pushes them away further. This is all about consciousness, your soul, not the mind. Not the mind, guys. It's very, very simple. What I teach is thousands of years old, guys. That's why I'm such an effective coach. Speaking of which, go watch my free coaching videos all over my YouTube channel, or you can sign up for my paid coaching right now at my website. You can read testimonials from my past students. There are testimonials all over my YouTube channel and on my website. There's a whole testimonial section. I've got students that are with their twin flame, having amazing spiritual breakthroughs, shutting down the obsessive thinking and going on to live their best, most amazing life, which really is the best part. Your twin flame just comes along for the ride, guys, and it's great. It's awesome. And you can do that too, guys. You are your twin flame. You have all the power in the universe. You are them. You are absolutely in control of this. And the best part about my coaching system, guys, is it's not a lot of money. I don't charge thousands of dollars. It's a few $100, not thousands. And I even have payment plans. You can get started today for 60 or 70 bucks. I'll take the total package price and break it down into 6 easy to digest payments. You get full access to the coaching videos, the group calls, everything with your down payment. Now, you do get a discount when you pay in full. All you got to do is pick a pay in full package, and I'll give you that $50 off discount when you pay in full. So that's available to you if you want to take advantage of that. I recommend the gold package. You get 2 months of the coaching calls included with the online instructional video course. The video course is about 8.5 hours long, and I'll give you action steps that you can implement right now to shift energetically into your consciousness, into the soul, which is your twin flame. It's a lifestyle change, but it's not it's not like you have to be Mr. Yogi sitting on top of a hill. You know what I mean? Like the guy, like the stereotype about the spiritual guy that sits on top of a mountain and eats tofu and wears the orange jumpsuit thing. And no, not like that. It's about what you're being. It's about where your focus is all the time. And you're just mindful of where your focus is all the time. And you make a lifestyle that is conducive to that. And that's really all it amounts to. That sounds easy, but it's harder to do. than it sounds. And so my job as a coach is to help you through that. After you're done watching the videos, of course, you get to talk to me either in a one-on-one or on the group coaching calls. There's a secret Facebook group. There's books, there's videos, there's instructions. I've got 2 professional coaches assisting me, a whole bunch of students that you can talk to in the private Facebook group. Nobody can see that you're in there. Not my public New World All-Star group, but the private group. It's totally private, totally closed to the public. Sign up today, guys. It's very, very affordable, and it works. And it's the only proven twin flame coaching system in the world. It's the only one, guys. Over 4,000 students. Oh my, this little buddy is just pulling at my finger. Well, that's a kind of a cool card. I don't think I've ever pulled this one before. Weird is the new cool. Weird is the new cool. Well, guys, and you know, hey, that actually makes a lot of sense. I feel like, you know, when you're on this spiritual journey, people look at you and they tell you, gosh, you've really changed. And that is kind of the way it is. Like, you are changing in such a fundamental way, and you just know that, guys. It can't really be explained. And this is what I keep trying to tell you. Like, there isn't a need for explanation. There is no explanation, right? It's just a deeper knowing, and that is exactly what I'm talking about. This is a journey of consciousness, of knowing. I just know this. Okay, it's like, how do I know I exist? How do I know I am the consciousness? And so therefore it just is. This shift that I speak of, that you go into energetically, you can't think your way there. Like, you guys, you're going to want steps and instructions from me on how to do that. And I can give you pointers and get you started on doing it yourself. But what's really going to be happening is you're going to be energetically shifting. It's not like a 12-step program or something, okay? It's energetic. You can't like figure out how to do it, okay? Because it's consciousness. Consciousness is not thought. Am I making sense to you? I think I am making sense to you. Otherwise, why would I be getting this 4 of Swords card for most likely outcome? You're going to be spending some time deeply contemplating the things that I just shared with you today. And I know that. And that's good. You've been through a lot, Divine Feminine. It's time for you to move on and take the next step. Even in your personal life, 10 of Cups next to the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. This is this let go and trust energy, right? Let go and trust. Well, what does that mean? It means the ego is always trying to drive the car for you. It's always trying to control your life. And the only thing that it's really driving is you crazy. The ego. That's all it's doing. And guys, this goes on after you meet your twin flame, even after union. That's something I'm going to start talking about on my YouTube channel pretty soon. And I can tell you from firsthand experience, even after union, you have to keep going with this. But it's fun and you like it. It's just a new way of life. And it's all about succeeding, which is what the ego wants. So why wouldn't you do that in the first place? Okay, most likely outcome towards Divine Masculine. A pair of 3s, the 3 of Cups and the 3 of Pentacles. Yes, the quintessential win. The quintessential win. Wasn't I just talking about this? Yes, these guys are unfolding and flowing for you guys. It's going to be a celebration. This is working. You're on the right track, Divine Feminine. Keep going. Keep going. You're doing everything right. Just keep going. Be the weird. Embrace the weird. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Happy Sunday. Please give me a like. Also, don't forget to hit the bell button when you subscribe. I'll be back tomorrow for another stupendous twin flame coaching video. Have a great Sunday, guys. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for my new video. Bye.